to connect that context relevance with content is actually connected to our productivity experience with Word. This is amazing. So I've got a number of information here on polar bears. I'm going to move out of that. Maybe I want to bring some Excel work in. Now, one of the things about data is making it more visual, make it easier to take boring tables and make them pop with visuals. So I want to do that here. I want to take this Arctic fish ecosystem that I've done in Excel, and I want to make it more interesting to look at. So I'm going to leverage the people graph to make that possible. So I've got information about a people graph to actually make the data pop a little bit. So I'm going to change the title here to Arctic Fish Ecosystem. Very simply. I'm going to select my data. All I need to do is just highlight the data range, and I'm going to create a chart. Now I've got a chart that's a little bit more visual, but I want to go even further. Maybe I want to change the theme. Maybe I like this theme better. Maybe I want to even change the shape. I've got a little fish image here, and I've got a much more appropriate visualization of the data that I want to bring, and I can pull that right into my Word environment. So really, really powerful way to actually make the learning more visual. This is an important element of using data as well, making it easier to use and create very, very powerful images. Now, one of the things I shared before is I highlighted the word bear in this document, so I got a result. I'm going to shift to the mobile client in Word. Now, this is the client that's available across devices, whether it's on an iPad, an Android device, across the web client. I have that same power of search, that context relevance connection to content in any document. But we're using machine learning to understand the context of the document. So when I was working on maybe a high school essay on polar bears, I got insight on polar bears. Here, this student is talking about her favorite cartoon character, which is Yogi Bear. So I want to search the word bear in this document. And I'm going to just bring that same smart lookup back. And you see I get a very, very different search result. So I get information on Yogi Bear because Cortana knows what I'm working on as a student. So if you can imagine the world of data harnessed based on who you are, what you're doing, what you're learning, we can make a lot of things possible. And we're working hard with the ecosystem community to take this very, very basic idea and really expand on it. So we have a lot of opportunity to make learning more productive and more personal. Now, one of the things we also try to do, if we can go back to the slides,